Good morning, guys. So today is day 2 of AP Online, and it might feel like there's a lot going on today, but the reality is we're just trying to tie up some things that were assigned to you before spring break, as well as finish up with those replication transcription things so that we can move on into genetics. The results of your quizzes or your practices that you did for me last class, at least those of that were turned in, you were kind of all over the map. So there's not really a clear direction as far as what we need to do as a class. So we're going to do some independent learning today utilizing the Khan Academy stuff. And really it's going to carry through. I mean, this will be what I would assign tomorrow and everything. I need all the Khan work done by Monday afternoon at 4, so that on Tuesday, we're going to have a quiz over all of those I can statements. And so it's kind of difficult as we work through this to meet everybody's needs. So if you feel like something isn't working for you, please reach out to me. I really value that back and forth. In fact, it's how I've figured out how to do a few things with us in the last few days. And so continue to do that and know that I'm still here to have to be helpful for you and for you to learn. So with all of that said, let's look at our lesson sheet for the day and determine what we need to do. If I could make the computer work. Okay, so today's lesson, you'll see you have all of these I can statements, and those are really what you need to be able to say and answer completely for that quiz on Tuesday. So I can describe the events of the cell cycle. I can explain how meiosis results in the transmission of chromosomes from one generation to the next. I can describe the role of checkpoints in regulating the cell cycle. I can describe the effects of disruptions to the cell cycle on the cell or on the organism. I can identify and describe the IPMAT-C stages in cells, both animals and plants. So that's all the cell cycle stuff I asked you guys to do as independent learners back way before spring break. Those assignments are still in Khan Academy, and about a little more than half of you have finished most of those assignments. So if it were me, I'd go back and review them. If you have finished them, if you haven't finished them, you're definitely going to want to get in there and get that done. So then we get into the DNA, RNA transcription translation I can statement. So I can describe the structures involved in passing hereditary information from one generation to the next, describe the characteristics of DNA that allow it to be used as the hereditary material, describe the mechanisms by which genetic information is copied for transmission between genes, and describe the mechanisms by which genetic information flows from DNA to RNA to protein. So you'll see that you've got all of that structure of DNA, DNA replication, and then transcription and translation. So you need to be sure that you can do all of those I can statements for that quiz that we're going to do before we move into genetics. So your warm-up is 2 parts because I would like you to look at both of the 2 types of 2 topics that we are working on today. So what are the stages of the cell cycle? If you have to use your resources, please do so. That's fine. Describe initiation, elongation, and termination. And of course, you can use your resources on this if necessary. Hopefully this one you don't have to use your resources on as much because we did just review this. Here's your checklist for today. So to continue to get comfortable with how class will work now, review your I can statements, realizing that your quiz is on Tuesday. Work through the new Khan Academy assignments for, they're not new. Work through the Khan Academy assignments for cell cycle, which were assigned in March. I'm going to be taking a grade from this work. So when you complete things, I can see how well you completed and you will be getting a grade on that. And then work through your Khan Academy for DNA transcription and translation. Again, I'm taking a grade on that as your practice work. And then submit this lesson page after the lesson page is completed. And really, I would like the lesson page submitted as soon as you are done with your work today, okay? So you'll notice, and here's why. You'll notice that your closure for today is what did you accomplish, what still needs to be done, what is your schedule for making sure that this is all done by Monday because your quiz is on Tuesday, and then what can I do to help. So as soon as you are done with this aspect of it, not the con work, please submit this to me. I can give you your daily points for this. And then I also can read your plan and I can figure out where I need to be to help you to accomplish that. As usual, here's my contact information. Here is or will be the link to this video if you would like to rewatch it. And then if you can't remember the address for Khan Academy, this link will take you there. You all have accounts, so just use your accounts and the assignments are in there. Again, if you have any questions, please let me know. I know this lesson seems a little daunting and overwhelming, but really it's just pieces of stuff that we have been working on that we need to tie up so that we can cleanly move forward. I have lots of late and missing work coming into me, which is wonderful. Also, I was really glad to get to see the work that you guys did on transcription, translation, and replication. If you haven't turned that assignment in, please do so. It's important to stay caught up so that things don't get overwhelming. You guys are amazing and you're doing amazing things. And this is a time when none of us know what we're going to be doing or how we should be doing it. So we're in this together, guys. And I'm kind of thinking, so let me know what you think, that maybe we should have a Zoom meeting sometime next week just to kind of touch base and talk. So all that said, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week because this lesson, as I said before, does count for your Friday lesson as well. Have a great day.